All right, let's talk about something we've all done. Most of us enjoy, and absolutely nobody thinks about the science behind until right now. Kissing. Yeah, I'm going there. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're never going to look at a kiss the same way again. So picture this. You're leaning in, the moment's right, your heart's pounding, and then boom, contact. But what's actually happening? Like, really happening? Is it just two faces mushing together, or is there some wild biological rave going on inside your body? Spoiler alert, it's basically a rave. A microscopic, bacteria-swiping, hormone-releasing, heart rate doubling party that your body throws every time you lock lips with someone. And before we dive deep into this absolutely fascinating rabbit hole, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button because we're on a mission to hit 10,000 subscribers. And honestly, I need you on this journey with me. We're talking about the weird, the wonderful, and the stuff that makes you go, wait, what? And if that's your vibe, you're in the right place. Hit that like button too, because apparently YouTube really likes that, and it helps more people discover these videos. All right, housekeeping done. Let's get into it. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why are we talking about kissing? Isn't that just like a romantic thing people do? Well, yes, but also no. Because when you actually break down what's happening scientifically, kissing is one of the most complex, bizarre, and frankly kind of gross, but also amazing things humans do. And we do it a lot. Like a lot, a lot. Some studies suggest the average person spends about 2 weeks of their entire life just kissing. 2 weeks. That's basically a vacation, except instead of going to Hawaii, you're swapping spit with various people throughout your life. Romantic, right? But here's where it gets interesting. That kiss you shared with your crush that made your knees weak, there's actual science explaining why that happened. That awkward first kiss that felt like kissing a wet fish, science explains that too. And that's what we're unpacking today, so stick around because this gets wild. Now, let's start with the obvious question. Why does kissing feel good? Like genuinely, why do we enjoy it so much? Well, it turns out your body is basically a drug dealer, and kissing is when it decides to hand out the good stuff. The moment your lips touch someone else's, your brain releases endorphins. Now, if you're not familiar with endorphins, think of them as your body's natural happy pills. These are the same chemicals that get released when you exercise, laugh, or eat chocolate. Basically, all the good stuff. But here's the kicker. Endorphins don't just make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. They're also natural painkillers. Yeah, you heard that right. Kissing can literally reduce pain. So the next time you stub your toe, maybe just grab the nearest person and plant one on them. I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's weird. But technically, scientifically, it could help. Just saying. Now, while we're on the topic of things your body releases during a kiss, let's talk about dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical responsible for motivation, reward, and pleasure. It's the same stuff that gets released when you win a game, get a promotion, or eat your favorite food. And when you're kissing someone you're really into, your brain floods with dopamine, which is why kissing can actually become addictive. Have you ever been in that phase of a relationship where you literally can't keep your hands off each other? That's dopamine doing its thing. Your brain is basically going, ooh, we like this. Let's do more of this. All the time. Forever. It's like your brain becomes that friend who finds a new song and plays it on repeat until everyone's sick of it. Except in this case, nobody's complaining. But wait, there's more. Because apparently your body wasn't done throwing chemicals at you. When you kiss, you also release oxytocin. Now, oxytocin is often called the love hormone or the bonding hormone. It's what makes you feel connected to someone. It's released during hugs, during childbirth, and yes, during kissing. This is the chemical that makes you feel all peaceful and relaxed, and like everything in the world is exactly where it should be. So when people talk about feeling safe in someone's arms or feeling at peace with someone, that's oxytocin working its magic. Your body literally creates a chemical bond with the person you're kissing. How insane is that? And just when you thought it couldn't get more interesting, let's talk about what kissing does to your stress levels. You know cortisol, that annoying hormone that spikes when you're stressed, anxious, or watching a horror movie? Well, kissing actually reduces cortisol levels. So, technically, making out is a stress relief method. Forget meditation apps and breathing exercises. Just find someone to kiss, apparently. Again, I'm not giving actual life advice here, just reporting what the science says. But imagine telling your boss you need a kissing break because you're stressed. The look on their face would be priceless. Now, let's get into some of the weirder, more unexpected stuff. Did you know that kissing uses around 29 muscles in your body? 29. 17 of those are just in your tongue. So essentially, every time you're having a makeout session, you're also getting a mini workout. Who needs the gym when you can just kiss, right? And speaking of workouts, kissing actually burns calories. Now, before you cancel your gym membership, we're not talking about a massive calorie burn here. It's not like kissing for 5 minutes equals an hour on the treadmill. But hey, every little bit counts, right? So technically, you could argue that making out is exercise. I'd love to see someone try to claim that on their fitness tracker. But here's something that might make you rethink everything. When you kiss someone, you exchange about 80 million bacteria. Yeah, 80 million. Bacteria, that's more bacteria than there are people in Germany, just floating from one mouth to another. I know, that sounds absolutely disgusting, and if you're a germaphobe, you might never kiss anyone again after hearing this. But before you swear off kissing forever, here's the thing. This bacteria exchange is actually good for you. It helps strengthen your immune system. By exposing yourself to someone else's bacteria, you're basically training your immune system to fight off different bugs and germs. It's like a sparring session for your white blood cells. So in a weird, kind of gross way, kissing is making you healthier. Your body's basically going, oh, new bacteria? Challenge accepted. Let's build some immunity. It's like, this is why, and this is wild. Some scientists suggest that kissing might have evolved as a way for humans to assess genetic compatibility and boost immune systems. Think about it. When you kiss someone, you're literally sampling their biology. Your body is running tests, checking compatibility, seeing if this person's genes would mix well with yours. It's like your DNA is doing a background check without you even knowing it. And this is why sometimes you kiss someone and it just feels right. And other times it feels completely off. That's not just in your head. That's your body recognizing genetic compatibility or lack thereof. Chemistry isn't just a romantic concept. It's literally chemistry, like actual biological chemistry happening in real time. Now, your heart rate. Let's talk about that for a second. When you kiss someone, especially someone you're really attracted to, your heart rate can literally double. It goes from resting rate to, oh my God, what's happening rate in seconds. That's why first kisses feel so intense. Your heart is basically doing cardio while you're standing still. And this isn't just a psychological response. It's a full body physiological reaction. Your blood pressure rises, your pupils dilate, your breathing changes. Kissing essentially puts your body into a heightened state of arousal and awareness. It's like your body's alarm system, except instead of warning you of danger, it's celebrating potential romance. Here's another fun fact that will make you appreciate kissing even more. Kissing is actually good for your dental health. Yeah, you heard that right. Making out helps keep your teeth clean and healthy. How? Because kissing stimulates the production of saliva, and saliva is nature's mouthwash. It helps wash away food particles, neutralizes acids, and fights off bacteria that cause cavities. So, in a way, kissing is like flossing, but way more fun. Though I wouldn't recommend telling your dentist you've replaced brushing with kissing. They probably won't be thrilled with that dental plan. But not everyone loves kissing. Some people actually have a fear of it. It's called philomophobia, and it's a real thing. For some people, the idea of kissing triggers genuine anxiety and fear. It could be related to past trauma, fear of germs, or just general discomfort with intimacy. And honestly, that's completely valid. Not everyone has to enjoy the same things, and that's okay. But for those of us who do enjoy it, it's fascinating to understand why our bodies and brains are so wired to respond to it. And let's talk about the cultural aspect for a second, because this is where things get really interesting. Kissing isn't universal. I know, wild, right? You think something so fundamental to human connection would be everywhere, but it's not. In some parts of Africa and other regions around the world, kissing on the mouth, especially in public, is actually frowned upon or even forbidden. In some cultures, the mouth is seen as the window to the soul, and allowing someone access to it is incredibly intimate, almost sacred. So public kissing would be like exposing your soul to everyone, which is considered inappropriate. It's a fascinating perspective when you think about it. We in the West just casually lock lips in public without a second thought, but in other cultures, that same act carries profound spiritual significance. And before you think kissing is all sunshine and rainbows, let's address the elephant in the room. Kissing can actually make you sick. Yeah, sorry to be a bum killer, but it's true. You can catch colds, the flu, herpes, and even mononucleosis, which is literally nicknamed the kissing disease. Mono is especially common among teenagers and young adults, probably because, let's be honest, that's peak kissing age. So yeah, while you're swapping all that bacteria and building immunity, you're also playing a bit of biological roulette. But statistically speaking, it's pretty rare to catch something serious from kissing. Most of the time you're fine. Most of the time. But maybe don't go around kissing people who are clearly sick. That's just common sense, people. So where does all this leave us? Well, with a much deeper appreciation for something we probably took for granted. Kissing isn't just a simple romantic gesture. It's a full-body experience involving dozens of muscles, millions of bacteria, and a cocktail of hormones and chemicals that would make a pharmacy jealous. It's exercise, it's immune boosting, it's stress relieving, and it's one of the most intimate ways humans connect with each other. Every time you kiss someone, your body is doing thousands of calculations. It's assessing compatibility, releasing feel-good chemicals, strengthening your immune system, and creating emotional bonds. Your heart races, your brain lights up, your muscles engage, and for those few seconds or minutes, you're completely present in the moment. That's pretty incredible when you think about it. And the beauty of it is, most of us don't think about any of this when we're actually kissing someone. We're not standing there going, oh yeah, feel those endorphins. Dopamine's kicking in, my immune system is getting a boost. Nah, we're just feeling the moment. We're experiencing connection, attraction, love, or maybe just fun. And that's the magic of it. All this incredible science is happening behind the scenes, making the experience what it is without us having to understand or control any of it. So whether you're single and waiting for that next great kiss, in a relationship and kissing the same person every day, or somewhere in between, now you know what's really going on. You're not just kissing. You're engaging in a complex biological and chemical exchange that evolution spent millions of years perfecting. You're participating in one of humanity's most universal expressions of affection, connection, and desire. And honestly, that's beautiful. The fact that something so simple can be so complex, so meaningful, and so powerful, that's what makes being human so fascinating. So the next time you kiss someone, maybe take a second to appreciate the absolute miracle of biology that's occurring. Or don't, just enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, whether you understand the science or not, a good kiss is still a good kiss. And that's something worth celebrating. Before you go, if you made it this far, seriously, thank you for watching. Drop a comment below and tell me what surprised you most about the science of kissing. Was it the 80 million bacteria, the 29 muscles, the fact that it can be addictive? I want to know what blew your mind. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're building something cool here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. 10,000 subscribers, here we come, and every single one of you gets us closer to that goal. Hit that like button, share this with someone you want to kiss or maybe someone you definitely don't want to kiss just to make it awkward, and I'll see you in the next video where we dive into more fascinating science that explains the everyday things we never think twice about. Until then, keep questioning, keep learning, and hey, maybe go kiss someone. You know, for science.